ラネットエンジェルという現象は仮定された有機交流電灯の可愛い虹色の照明です。ぽい。あらゆる透明なアカウントの複合体。このクソ神クソクシュクシュな現実を忘れさせてあげる慈愛の。
ついに始まりました。僕はこれです。お前たち唐揚げにゃ何つけて食べるんじゃ。マヨネーズと答えたら解放する。ここから聞かれどもマヨネーズと答えるのなら一目目マヨネーズ。唐揚げにはマヨネーズをつけます。ぶっかけ。そうかそうか、つまり君はそんなやつなんだ。ほらわおなほどきなさいな。よいよい。自由です。出口はあちらです。もみもみも混ぜるよ。もみもみもみもみ。シャカシャカと前るよ。シャカシャカ。サクサクをかずんちとアンブラゲンよ。調味料で調味料。うまいマヨネーズあげるよ。レジワイド、唐揚げにはレジワイドをつけます。何それ。マヨネーズ、要するにマヨネーズと一緒。ぶっかけ。そうかそうか、つまり君はそんなやつなんだ。ほらわおなほどきなさいな。よいよい。世界一まずいじゃ悪いこれ自前とのよいしょつめいばマジだからよでも唐揚げです。はい、もう自由です。出口はあちらです。もみもみも混ぜるよ。もみもみもみもみ。シャカシャカと前るよ。シャカシャカシャカシャカ。サクサクをかずんちとアンブラゲンよ。調味料で調味料。うまいマヨネーズあげるよ。まあそれは許してやるのだ。特別なのだ。そうかそうか、つまり君はそんなやつなんだ。ほらわおなほどきなさいな。もみもみも混ぜるよ。シャカシャカと前るよ。もみもみも混ぜるよ。もみもみもみ。シャカシャカと前るよ。シャカシャカシャカシャカ。サクサクをかずんちとアンブラゲンよ。調味料で調味料。うまいマヨネーズあげるよ。
8月10日午前11時頃、某所で正当な有力処置していた銃何発を発砲したとして男女2人が現行犯逮捕されました。
Hey guys, how's it going today? No, that wasn't gore shit. Gore shit's great, but no, that wasn't gore shit. That was a whole different thing, whole different deal. That's pretty good, in my opinion. Got some nice background music. Before that, it was just boy beep, boy beep. If you're familiar from shit from like a decade ago. Let's see. All right. What are we doing today? What's happening? We're about to find out, aren't we? Get headphones, man. Let's get everything caught up. How do I say your name? Is that just Berserk? It's like Berserk, but with bees. Yeah, that's what I thought too, but why the V's? I'm curious. Do they mean something? Or is it because Berserk was already taken? More than likely. Just a stylized version. It works. Let's see here. Yeah, that's what I figured. The V's look cool though. It works for some reason. Oh, there we go. Alright. Alright, guys. So, welcome to a Sunday with Old Angst, your local schizoid commentator on various subjects and things that is always down to talk mental health and well, just neurodivergency and all kinds of fun things, but also just about, well, just about anything under the goddamn sun. I know there's a eclipse coming soon, right? I believe. So that's kind of interesting. Sort of black metal aesthetic. Oh yeah, gotta love that black metal aesthetic. Always. Indecipherable band names or band logos or king. And some of the gore grind shit. Band logos are just like amazing. But yeah, I had a question set up. Dude, I put this question up like I think on Wednesday, or I think it was Wednesday, so it was like earlier than normal. Sometimes I forget and I don't put it out till like Thursday. But I put it on Wednesday, and I thought this is an easy one. Like, I thought this is going to be an easy question. Because, like, I know for a lot of schizoids, humor is, like, one of the few things that you can kind of hold on to, right? Like, it's one of the few things that kind of keep you sane or just kind of occasionally, you know, feeling a bit more than you might sometimes get to enjoy and feel. And so the question that I had posed that I thought was really easy was this. This is what I said. Yeah. So, well, by the way, for those that don't know, when I say question, I post questions on the server, the Schizoid server called the Zoid Void. Check it out if you haven't. Oh man, there's like nobody here. I know it's a mistake that it's okay. Before I start, the reason I had to switch over is because yesterday was my my daughter's birthday party. She just turned 13, so she's a teen now. My oldest daughter. So that's interesting. That was fun. She had a good time. She has a lot of my strangeness, but is hopefully a much happier person than I was. But yeah, yeah, she wanted a birthday party, but when we asked her, I'm like, because you know she's a little older, she doesn't care about theming things, but she's also very like silly. And we said, okay, well, what do you want to theme your birthday if you want to theme it or something? And she said, oh, I want the theme to be generic birthday party. We're like, okay, like what does that mean? It's just like the most generic possible birthday stuff you can find. I'm like, so like what? Just go to the like some little cheap store and look for like just super simple whatever, like just very generic happy birthday stuff. And she's like, yes. I'm like, okay. So then we found a bunch of like, you know, just like really old school, just like happy birthday man or happy birthday, and like a lot of the stuff didn't quite match, which was really kind of amusing. It was just like random happy birthday, but with no specific thing other than it's a birthday. Just like, I want a birthday themed birthday. I'm like, okay. And she wanted balloons of just like yellow balloons with happy faces on them and nothing else. And she's like, we're like, do you want balloons that say happy birthday? And she's like, no, I want yellow balloons with a happy face on them. I'm like, okay. And like, what do you want your cake to look like? And she's like, I just want a blue cake. I'm like, okay, do you want it to have like rainbows, like some kind of... No, it's just like, no, just a blue cake. I want a cake that's blue. She's like, I like the color blue. I'm like, all right. What do you want it to say on there? It should just say happy birthday. That's it. Like, I don't even think, yeah, not even my name, just happy birthday cake. Blue happy birthday cake. I'm like, all right. We did that, and then yeah, and there was even like all these kind of like she wanted those little, she wanted to look like a birthday hat, like the most generic looking birthday hat, and she wanted you know those things where you blow into them and the little paper goes like that. She wanted some of those there. Yeah, it was like the most minimalist and incredibly affordable generic birthday. Like it's just funny. So it was just very, very specific, but also very simple. And so we tried to attain most of the silly things that she wanted. She mostly got, because she's, you know, a teen or whatever now, they mostly just gave her money and gift cards, which she was fine with. But yeah, we went to the mall today so she can splurge some of it. She got herself she went to Build-A-Bear, got herself a Sylveon, an Eevee Evolution plushie. And she got herself a bunch of, she's really into Sanrio stuff. And like, she really likes My Melody and, what is it, Kuromi? And then like, she likes One Piece. And she likes I got her into Junji Ito, so she likes Junji Ito books and art. I'm like, cool. So yeah, she's an odd one. She's not all my daughter. She's developing her tastes, and they're interesting. She likes like very cute things, but also like some weird spooky shit. So I'm like, okay, I can vibe with that. So but anyway, I totally went off there. But that was the reason like I didn't stream this Saturday like I normally would have. Okay. So now we're here on Sunday. And oh, a few more people showed up. That's good. So I'll tell you guys what the question was and how it ultimately failed this weekend or this week. So I said, growing up, I've been told my sense of humor is utterly bizarre. In my case, it's not Schadenfreude based, but more about reveling in the madness of even existing. Would others, were you to even share it, find your sense of humor bizarre or abnormal, maybe even immoral? I'm curious to what the sense of humor and I'm curious to what that sense of humor entails, and if you want to provide a written example as well as a favorite current meme. Thank you. I thought like that's gonna be so easy, right? It's not very intimate. It's not too heavy. I don't know that it would require too much thinking. We already have a meme board on our Discord. So I figure, oh, well, just, you know, what's the meme that, and would you consider your sense of humor a little bit odd or off the beaten path? Or would other people? Do you think it's pretty whatever, but like other people seem to go, like you show them something that you think is funny and they might look at you like, what's wrong with you? And you're like, I don't, it's just funny. And that's what I figured. I figured a lot of schizoids out there probably have just kind of unique or offbeat senses of humor, because I've actively seen that. I've actively seen that in the server itself. And well, I thought that's an easy question to tackle, and it'll maybe produce some funny responses or results. Maybe I'd get to hear some anecdotes about times that their sense of humor caused an upset or awkwardness or was a faux pas of some kind. That would have been amusing and interesting. And I got like no submissions. So weird. You know, it's I can't ever figure out what makes a submission get like, a good chunk of letters, as I call them, Dear Angst letters. But and then what some stuff is just like complete miss. I got 2, I think. Let me see. 2, 3, maybe 3. I got 3. Yeah, 3. That's crazy. I'm like, this is such a simple thing. And it was just like, nope. Not gonna explain my sense of humor for this stream. So yeah, I am I wrong to think that most schizoids out there like use humor to sort of, or distract themselves with humor or funny shit, just to kind of like, take the edge off of a not so good day, or see that's funny. That was funny. I had a sense of humor, but I lost it in see, it's funny. Stupid. But humor is just funny. Me like funny, lol. Yeah, but humor is very unique to the person. Like there's stuff that I find funny that my wife's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And my wife will have humor. She'll be cracking up and she'll show it to me, and I'll get a chuckle out of it. She's like dying about it. I'm like, it's alright. But yeah, like I'll show her my stuff that I'm dying over and doubling over laughing, and she's like, you're so. She starts laughing because of how much I'm laughing, and she's like, what's wrong with you? Like, this isn't that funny. Like, it's like whatever. I'm like, you don't understand. You don't understand why it's so goddamn funny. And yeah, stuff like that. So yeah, I thought it was going to be an easy question to tackle, but no. I guess maybe that was either too tough, or people thought that sharing their sense of humor, it was like too intimate a question. I have no idea. People have put some heavy shit on the submissions before. So this very light question that I thought would be just fun for me to read through, it just wasn't, it was a no starter. I'm curious of why you guys think that. Why do you think it was a no starter? The few that are here. What makes it such a... I don't have a diagnosis, but I find fictional gore makes me laugh out loud. It depends. I could see that. When it's like sudden and ridiculous, it can be pretty damn funny. For sure. Or when it's like really, what's the word? Far-fetched. Like incredibly far-fetched. Absurd. Just, no. That's not how the human body works. It can be amusing. I can agree with that much. So any ideas? Why would schizoids not want to answer? Or not be interested in answering that question? Compared to, like, I don't know, a question about, like, childhood trauma or something. Like, if I ask a question about childhood trauma, like, I'll get, like, good chunk of answers sometimes. Ask a question like this, and they're just like, no. Then other times I've asked questions about, like, other silly stuff, and those go through pretty well. So I can't quite figure it out. Is it too... I don't know. I just can't figure it out. But, in my case, though, humor's always just kind of been more... definitely a way to cope and just deal with stuff. Always found anything that reminds me of how absurd it is to even be sitting here talking to you guys at all, and the circumstances that led up to it. Like, I find that funny. And then being reminded of that is funny. And how kind of grim and despair-filled it can be pretty funny. Especially if you paint it in a really kind of silly light. I like that kind of stuff. I like getting the worst the world has to offer and making a joke out of it. Like it's still like a tragic joke makes me laugh very much. So tragic humor or kind of sardonic humor oftentimes cracks me up. You know, like skits or things where like they're taking a subject that's like very depressing or incredibly serious and an actual problem, and then just taking the piss out of it because what else can you do? That's funny to me. You know, I've had situations where I like think I'm gonna show something, they're gonna think it's funny, but then they're like bothered by it, or they think, oh no, this is not a subject that should be you know, mocked or made fun of or laughed about. This is very serious. And it's like, yeah, that's why it's funny. The reason it's funny is because this is a subject that in most circumstances would not be discussed under the context of humor. That's funny. But I guess not. I guess not to many. Well, let me switch over. Is the music too loud? Hey guys, tell me, is the music too loud or are we good? I can never tell with this stupid thing. Just to Don, I'll be here all week, but you probably won't see me. For me, humor is usually one of those in the moment things, and I'm seldom in the moment. Yeah, I can see that. But I mean, you could take a you can take a like a what's the word, an inventory in your mind of the kind of things that make you laugh, right? There are certain kinds of things that you know that it's just boring. Like I don't find that funny, but you can find patterns across the things that have made you laugh significantly over time, or things that you return to that you thought were funny, right? See here. All right, so let me see what I got submission wise. Okay. So yeah, like I said, I got 2 short ones and a long one. So I'll start with the short one. Dear Angst, you know my sense of humor. Oh, do I? It's shitposting, postmodern nonsense, embracing stuff. It tries to grind against the existing structure the way I made you mad about my shitpost. No reply, Vince. Oh, I see. Nice. Well, there you go. Next, Dear Angst, this is a longer one. I wouldn't really say I have a sense of humor anymore. What memes I do post aren't really humorous, just depressive, sometimes with philosophical undertones, but nothing I would smile at or joke about. They're just relatable memes. And maybe I'd give a courtesy lol, or an it is what it is, so it goes type of depressing response to another's humor. But it's been so long that I've forgotten how I was back then, so I can't really take any concrete steps or give concrete examples. How it got to that point is probably not the only reason, but it makes for a good story. In the past, as a child, I used to be a class clown type character until a specific point in high school. That was me too. That's how I distracted myself, because I was so fucking bored. I would just be like fucking essentially just IRL shit posting in my own classroom as like a 10-year-old, just asking fucking questions that I knew would bother, confuse the teacher, or would obviously lead to like less than appropriate conversations, and I found that funny to see them struggle with it. So yeah, but it also made all the other kids laugh. So I would say it's stupid shit. Yeah. And I don't know that I got anything out of the kids laughing, but I got something out of being able to just say what was on my mind, I think. And since the kids laughed, I went, oh, look, it's socially acceptable for me to Riley mock something in the classroom. It really, but when you know, it wasn't. It was just because kids like you to be shitting on school or the teachers. So that's something they can get behind. Let's see here. But yeah. I was answering a question a teacher posed. It was ridiculed by the people around me because in their eyes, I was an unserious joker, an idiot who was obviously wrong and couldn't possibly say anything intelligent. It was that snap moment sitting there that I decided immediately to stop being funny. It was just a sudden decision I stuck with until now as an adult. I don't joke. I don't respond to others' humor. I didn't want my identity to be the fool, for that mask to dictate who I am. But even more than that, I didn't want in the future for the things I had to say to be so immediately dismissed and devalued. I'm a deeply depressed individual, and I don't like to deceive others. So I'm capable of being like Robin Williams to hide what I actually feel with humor. I want to be understood and taken more seriously, more than I want to make people laugh. Maybe in an anonymous situation where my words can't be linked to my identity, such as 4chan, I can be more at ease and free to shitpost. But nowhere where my identity is fixed like Discord can I allow myself to be seen as funny, as a funny meme lord, as those posts would devalue my more serious ones that come from my heart. Apologies for the ramble. That's interesting. That's an interesting way of thinking. I mean, I understand why you might think that those things would somehow invalidate or so on and so forth. But I don't know, honestly. Like, because in my opinion, anybody that invalidates an individual because they pigeonhole them into a specific position or role within the social structure that they engage in, that's somebody I wouldn't give a shit if they personally give a shit if they devalue other things that I say in other moments. Those aren't people worth giving value to the value they give. In my opinion, the value they give is just kind of irrelevant to me, since they're the kind of person who does that. So I don't know. Maybe that's worth thinking about if you haven't already, dear writer. But yeah. It's just sad to hear that your sense of humor isn't expressed outwardly because there's this kind of fear of or dread or discomfort, whatever you want to call it, of being funny equals your words mean less or won't be taken as seriously as they should. You can be funny and be a very openly depressed individual. You can do both. I can do that. Like, I can make jokes and talk shit and be absurd, but I make it quite clear how serious what I do is, and how seriously I take it, but also how certain aspects of my life are just absolutely shit fucked. So I think you can do both, honestly. But I don't know. What do I know, right? Let me see here. Don says, like Monty Python and black humor, like George Carlin, my own personal recipe is usually wordplay and self-deprecating slant or total absurdity. I kind of understand the evaluation aspect of expressing humor. One of the casualties of childhood trauma is not learning play. Well, it's also, in the case of neurodivergent kids, I think it's not getting a chance to participate in play that makes sense to them, and then being forced, if not subjugated, in a manner that pushes them into playing in ways that are just unintuitive and ultimately, probably cause harm to their ability to express internal thoughts as a whole, including humor. Yeah, it's a bummer. It really is a bummer. Well, put it mildly. Let me see here. Next, we only have one more. So there was only 3, like I said. I thought it was a fairly easy question. I really like this last answer. I mean, this last response, because they didn't they explain their situation. If they feel like they have a lack of sense of humor, then that something like an explanation of why they think that is, or what that means to them, is also a valid answer and very interesting. And I'm glad that they shared that. The last one I got here says, "Dear Angst, weird way to ask for YL submissions. YL. What does that mean? You like, you leave, you... What does YL mean? Somebody at chat. What's YL? Some like internet lingo that my boomer ass didn't pick up along the way. Don says, "Yep, normal play didn't make sense to me." Yeah. Normal, neurotypical play was always, a bit of a challenge. But, when it comes to young kid play, you can find overlaps. There's ways to get around that, and then still be able to kind of connect to other kids to some degree. It's when, the play changes significantly in adolescence that things tend to go downhill extremely fast. You laugh, you lose. Oh, okay. Thank you. Got it. Okay, that makes sense. I know what that is, but I didn't know the acronym, I guess. Or I didn't think it had one. But anyway, bizarre. To keep it simple, dank memes. Classic. I lose at Cards Against Humanity if I combine the things I find funny. I am on a few Discord servers just for the meme channels. I favor them depending on how dank their memes are. Well, there you go. Very, very simple way of expressing it, I would say. How does one define a dank meme? Truly. That's what I wonder. And is that expression, although, is that like a dead expression at this point? I don't ever hear that. Or does it matter? I don't know. It's interesting nonetheless. But yeah, that's all the submissions I got for this particular question. Kind of odd. Well, if you guys want to jump in, talk about this subject or anything else, I am available and here on the server's Annex channel that says the Angst live stream. So I'm here. You can jump on, talk about whatever, bring up whatever, vent about whatever. If you think I have some knowledge on something, you can go in there and ask as well. All of that is valid. As far as jumping on the VC and chatting it up with me. But what I am going to do now, since why not? 1 second. I'm going to do what I wanted to do last time, but I got caught up in an interesting convo. I'm going to take some psych tests. And I think it'll be fun. And I was hoping that some of you might make suggestions on which test I should take. I thought that would be fun, a little bit amusing. I don't know. So this website's pretty damn good. It's got pretty comprehensive little tests on here. It's not 10 questions, It'll be 50 or more, depending on the test that's on here. And some of these are tests that are still used on a variety of categories and such. So you have your classic personality test, but then you have mental health specific tests. I remember when I did take one last time, I took the anger. What was it? It was like an anger test. Yeah, there's a trypophobia test. There's a Spielberger's anxiety test, psychopathy test, PTSD test, bipolar, gambling addiction, borderline, gender dysphoria, Asihara, colorblind, histrionic, quick depression, codependency. Oh, quick depression is Carver and White's BIS scales, imposter syndrome. It's got a lot of Rosen, But it's also got tests specifically for men that are kind of about other stuff. There's IQ tests, there's projective tests, and then just a shit ton of personality tests and stuff. So I'm thinking, okay, career tests. Ugh. I'm thinking, which one should I do, guys? What would you be interested in? Do you want something like a personality test or a mental health test? And by the way, the website's called psycho hyphen tests.com. So if you see a test on there you'd like me to take, I will take it gladly right here. See what kind of results I end up with. When I took the anger one, it just said that basically like I'm less angry. What did it say? I'm 20% less angry than the average person. The average person. At least according to like a 50 question test I took. And I thought that was pretty funny. It makes sense though, because I'm pretty just kind of laid back most of the time. And I don't know if it's because I'm like chill or because like I'm pretty indifferent to like a shit ton of stuff. So it might be that kind of occasional complete sort of apathy or ambivalence that makes me chill in most cases. But there are definitely things I get very angry about, and they usually have nothing to do with my personal life. My personal life's where I get the most depressed, not angry. My anger is very focused on meta concerns. So what? You guys want me to pick it, or do you guys want me to? Is there something on here? Remember, you could go to psycho-test.com. If you see one you want to see me run through, I'll do it. And it'll just be amusing to do it here. I don't care what it reveals about me. I don't give two shits. So if you guys make a suggestion in the chat, that works. If you don't want to, then I'll just pick one. Either way, it's all good. No issues here. I'll wait like a minute, see if anybody digs one up that you think would be fun to watch me take. I'm tired. God damn. It's psycho-test.com. Here, I'll just post it. It's very simple. There you go. Duh, I should have just done that first. Stupid or what? Jesus. There you go. Here, I'll put it over here too. So this is the website I'm on. It's got like a shit ton of stuff. But if you guys want to pick a test, pick one. Whoever's, asked me to do this one or that one, find a test. I don't care if it's silly or serious. Drop it in the chat. I'll do it. Just not the anger one, because I already did that one last time. Some of these tests are pretty long, pretty involved, and unfortunately, because they're so cut and dry with some of the questions, I always just sit there like, ugh, this is not nuanced enough for me to answer properly, at least. Ugh. Sit up straight. Shit hurts my back when I so stupid. One second, sorry, I got distracted. I like spaced out for a second. Alright, hold on. Oh, you want me to take that? Sure. That works. Give me 1 second here. Something important. Why is this not? Oh, that's why. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Work-related stuff that just popped up out of nowhere. Classic, right? When I'm busy. Alright. Alright, let me do it. I will do that. I will do that test. Let's see here. Alright, there we go. Alright, so where was that one? Is it in the psychological test section? Or mental health? Let me see. Or was it in personality types? Oh, test for men. Interesting. Alright. I'm going to take the sexual narcissism test. Interesting. Well, we're about to find out if I am a sexual narcissist. We shall see, folks. Hey, I didn't pick this. They did. Alright. Let's see here. Oh, people didn't like this test. It's only got 3 out of 5. I have 9 reviews. I'm surprised this thing only has like how many? The website itself only has like a small amount of shares. I think I don't know if it's really popular or not, but it's got a lot of shit in it, and it's simple, and it doesn't have, and it's not like lathered in ads, which is kind of cool. Let's see here. Okay, how often does your partner compliment you? Wait, is this in regards to that in particular, or just in general? Let me double check here. Let's just. Okay. Okay. All right. So I'm guessing that's just if it's related to that department. I do not remember such a general. She used to compliment me at the beginning of the relationship. No, I said it compliments. Does he or she criticize you after sex more and more often? Although no, it's legally impossible. It's hard to get any critics from them. Usually everything suits them. Yeah, I don't get critiques. That would be a quick turn off. I mean, critiques like productive criticism would be nice, but I don't know. I think things have just kind of gotten pretty like we know each other. Does he or she ask you about previous sexual partners? Nope. If you deny sex, what is their reaction? They are interested in the reason, feel annoyed and offended, call me frigid and threaten to cheat. Do not take no for an answer. I guess interested. They might be like, oh, how come? And I might be like, oh, I'm just really depressed or I'm incredibly tired. And they might have similar reasons in the future, and they're generally pretty fine. Let's see here. What is your partner's attitude toward contraception? Make you responsible, can't stand norms. They always have some in reserve. Yeah, but this is dumb because we don't use that. She's like on she got her tubes tied, and neither of us have any STIs or anything, and so yeah, I don't know how to answer this. Well, I guess what are their attitude? Okay, so I'm just gonna go in the past. It would be having some on reserve before all that. What happens if you complain to your partner that you didn't have orgasms lately? They will get angry and will have sex till exhaustion. They will say it's your problem. Will try to please you with patience and care. Yeah, I guess, but it's not really an issue. The partner persuades you to give them a striptease at home, but you do not want to. His or her reaction will feel. I can't even imagine. I can't imagine do IQ tests for 6-year-olds. Oh, it's funny. What is the result going to be about your partner? That's what I was trying to figure out, because it says. So maybe it is supposed to be. I don't understand. I don't understand this test so far. But it's just funny because like my wife would never. I wouldn't do. I would do it and get something really. But I don't think anybody wants to see me doing striptease. Oh my god. Okay, the partner. Okay, the partner persuades you to give him a striptease, but you do not want to. Wait, this question doesn't make sense. The partner persuades you to give them a striptease at home, but you do not want to. Why would they react negatively if they already persuaded me to it? Like, doesn't that mean that I'm already doing it? We'll feel offended and stop talking. We'll insist on this. We'll demonstrate being insulted, calling names of humility. We'll behave at their best. Yeah, I guess. Can you directly tell your partner about a sexual problem? Of course, you try to discuss everything. No way there. I'm afraid that I'll feel. Yeah, we just mention it. Have your partner ever suggested to make your own? No, it's for the. Well, it's not. See, okay, this test is stupid. It's written very poorly. This is starting to feel like one of those like shitty like online quiz tests, because it's like with like it just needs all the shitty ads around it. Because oh yeah, we have a hot movie. Had to do this for them. This is unacceptable to me. It's not unacceptable. It's just not interesting. I don't think that's like I don't think either of us would hold a moral position, but we'd be like, nah, that's not gonna. It's not gonna work for anyone. So I don't understand this. How do you make it up? How do you make it up after an argument? Have great sex. We make each other nice presents. What does that mean? Make each other nice Everyone's leaving. No one liked your test. See what you did. See what you did, Berserk. You ruined the stream. No one likes this test. No, we don't. I like we make each other nice presents, because we make each other. Like, I like the idea that like both people are like in an argument, and the way they make it up is by doing like DIY like crafts. They're just doing crafts for each other. They're like, oh, here, I made you an origami like seal, and oh, and here's your, you know, I knitted you a little sweater. Like, what the fuck? Who's doing that? I have to admit, I have to admit that it was my fault. These answers, none of these. How do you make it up after an argument? No, we don't just fuck, and we don't give each other presents, and I'm not forced to admit anything. I can see why this test had a really bad. My female Sims results was comment. Let's just make each other presents. Dude, this test is terrible. Let's see here. What is his or her reaction when you talk on the phone? Do not pay attention. It does not concern them. Must know immediately who's calling. After the call, ask questions about the caller. I mean, like, they might ask me, like, oh, who is that? Because you'll hear me talking to them. And it might be a family member or somebody she knows. And if it's somebody like related to work I do or things, like, I'll just be like, oh, no, I was just talking about this project thing I'm trying to do, and she'll just be like, oh, that's cool, I guess. What makes them become the most indignant about you? It feels like this is a test about them, not me. This is stupid. This is a stupid test. What makes them the most indignant? Denial of their requests, mockeries, insults, life injustice, that other people do not stick to the norm of behavior. I'm pretty sure if I was mocking and insulting them, they would get upset. I think that would be true. She's not schizoid, so she's not like as disconnected from things like that. Those questions sound like they're written by the same people who write the English instruction manuals for cheap Chinese home assembly required shit from the store. Yes, How does your partner take compliments? Slightly embarrassed and makes jokes about it. Take me as granted and deserved, loves and begs for them. Nah, she doesn't get embarrassed, but I feel like she does, and then she just does the whole like I'll just tell her like, oh, you look cute, and then she'll say something like she'll just look at me like she'll be like, yeah, whatever, or she'll just be like she'll just like make a weird face. Like, she won't like smile or get happy. She'll just be like, yeah, okay. But I think that's her kind of getting a little shy. Does your partner have nudes? That is written so poorly. No, we don't do that. They do not like being photographed. Does your partner deny sex? No. It happens if they feel bad, but yes, if they feel offended. Okay, I can't take this test. I can't even read this shit. Let's take a different one. Like, yes, if they feel offended by me. This is not good. This is not working, guys. No, it is a lot of questions, but these are like really poorly written, and they're not even about me. This is like all questions about them. I don't know. I don't feel that comfortable answering questions about them. That's weird. And then on top of that, the answers are like very leading and stuff. So I don't know. No, I can almost guarantee you that my partner is not a sexual narcissist. Whatever. I don't even know if that's a real thing, but yeah, it's very poorly written. Okay. I'm not. Oh my god. All right. Let me see what else. What else we got? All right. I'm gonna pick one then. Let me see if there's any fun mental health ones. Oh, I wonder how long is the. I was gonna say, I know I'm not autistic, but it'd be interesting how a schizo-spectrum person like me would qualify. Huh. I'm gonna try it. Okay, so I'm gonna take what is an autism spectrum test. Autism spectrum quotient. It's got a 4 out of 5 out of 38 reviews, so people seem to think it's alright. It's probably going to be long, so buckle in. But I'm curious about someone that, you know, I consider myself to be schizo-spectrum, so I want to know how much overlap there would be when it comes to these questions. So, let's do this. I think that'll be interesting. Let's see here. I prefer to do things with others rather than on my own. Do things? It depends on what that means, but man, I hate when they don't have neutral. I prefer to do things with others. I would say most of my life and most of the time, I like to do things by myself. But at night, I like to spend a few hours either showing people things or having movies in the background while I still do something by myself on the side. That's why I have 2 monitors. So like, I'll be doing my thing over here, and then, you know, I'll have the thing running over here. Or I'll be doing my thing while having conversations unrelated to the thing. Or sometimes I'll be streaming the thing. But I'm more concentrated on the thing than anything else. I don't know. Let's see here. Okay, so slightly agree. Oh no, slightly disagree. Because I definitely do things with others. It's just, I don't know. I prefer to do things the same way over and over again. Slightly disagree. Some stuff you kind of have to. If I try to imagine something, I find it very easy to create a picture in my mind. Yes. I frequently get so strongly absorbed in one thing that I lose sight of other things. Well, yeah, I have ADHD, so that happens all the time. I often notice small sounds when others do not. Small sounds? No. I miss the small sounds. I don't hear them. I usually notice card number plates or similar strings of information. Nope. Other people frequently tell me that what I've said is impolite, even though I think it's polite. Yeah, that's happened to me a lot. When I'm reading a story, I can easily imagine what the characters might look like. Yup. I'm fascinated by dates. No. In a social group, I can easily keep track of several people's conversations. No. I will keep track of 1 or 2 specific conversations. And most people's conversations bore me to tears, and I don't keep track of anything. Who's on here? Hey, Mask. What's up? I'm taking an autism test because I want to see how I score based on certain things that kind of overlap with my kind of ADHD and schizo-spectrum type issues and my schizoid shit. So I wanted to see like how much overlap might be there. Is the music too loud? I feel like the music's still a little too loud. Hold on. Maybe I'm wrong. I really like this song though. This song's awesome. It's Ether Feels, Lightwave, good shit. There we go. Okay, let's keep going here. Alright, next. There's probably going to be a ton of questions, I'm guessing. I find social situations easy. Externally, it seems like I do, but internally, not really. It's still not even either. So, slightly disagree. I tend to notice details that others do not. Yes, but they're odd details. And usually, it's about connections that I make in my head between details more than anything. I would rather go to the library than a party. Yes, fuck yes. Oh, God, yes. A library than a party? Yes. I can have fun at a library. I find making up stories easy. Yep. I find myself drawn more strongly to people than to things. No. I tend to have very strong interests, which I get upset about if I can't pursue. Yeah, kinda. I enjoy social chipfuck. No. Why would anyone enjoy that? When I talk, it isn't always easy for others to get a word in edgewise. Well, yeah, that's for sure. But again, that's not might be the ADHD. That's why I tell people all the time, like, just interrupt me, please. Interrupt me. Every chance you get, interrupt me. I prefer it. if you can. Otherwise, I gotta really concentrate. I'm just like, shut the fuck up, dude. But my mind will be racing about like things that are just going. You know, I'm fascinated by numbers. No. When I'm reading a story, I find it difficult to work out a character's intentions. Slightly disagree. I've had that sometimes, but no, not really. I can usually figure it out. I don't particularly enjoy reading fiction. Definitely disagree. I find it hard to make new friends. Nah, well, I'm gonna go within the past. I would say definitely, but now I can kind of do it in my own kind of neurodivergent style, way, and comfort zones and boundaries. I notice patterns in things all the time. Yes, but that's the thing. They're talking about probably because this is an autism quotient test. They're talking more probably like patterns that are like considered more concrete, you know, like information system based kind of patterns. I notice like loose associative patterns, but it's still patterns. I would rather go to the theater than a museum. Huh. Man, that's a tough question because I would really I'd like to go to either. I like theaters for the movies, not for the people there. But so then I'd rather go to a museum, but that has people too, so it doesn't make a difference. I'm gonna say, since I'm a big movie guy, I'm gonna say slightly agree because I do like my movies and film and whatever. It does not upset me if my daily routine is disturbed. I'll slightly disagree. I mean, it can be annoying, but it doesn't really upset me. I frequently find that I don't know how to keep a conversation going. Disagree, but I don't know if I would call it a conversation or just me monologuing like a spaz. See here. I find it easy to read between the lines when someone is talking to me. No. Slightly disagree. I got better at that, but when I was younger, fuck no. I usually concentrate more on the whole picture rather than the small details. Definitely agree. That's all I concentrate on the big picture more than is oftentimes useful to people in most cases. I am not very good at remembering phone numbers. Definitely agree. I'm terrible at remembering phone numbers. I don't usually notice small changes in a situation or a person's appearance. Definitely agree. I do not. No. I don't notice shit like that. I know how to tell if someone's listening to me is getting bored. Disagree. I'm very bad at that. Because I'm more interested in the topic than whether the person's interested sometimes. And that's not good. I find it... I prefer if the person just told me, this is boring. Can you please talk about something else? And then I'd be like, oh, yeah, sure. That's fine. I find it easy to do more than one thing at once. No. Well, that's now, like I said, it's probably an ADHD thing. No, but it's not. I'll slightly disagree because it depends. Because some stuff I can. If both things are interesting to me, then I can. If both things are not interesting to me, no. If one thing's interesting and the other one's not, no. If they're both interesting, yes. When I talk on the phone, I'm not sure when it's my turn to speak. Disagree slightly. I make room for it because I know I could just be a motor mouth. I enjoy doing things spontaneously. Slightly agree. I don't know. Like, I like sometimes things when they're shaken up a bit, but I don't know. I am often the last to understand the point of a joke. Nah. Humor I can do pretty well. I find it easy to work out what someone is thinking or feeling just by looking at their face. Not really. Like, just looking at their face? Not really, no. If there's an interruption, I can switch back to what I was doing very quickly. Definitely agree. I could just go right back. Like, I want to go right back to whatever it is I was doing before. Oh, you mean, oh, no, never mind. An interruption like, from activity to activity. No, disagree. I'm gonna go with definitely no. No, I hate if I get I have to like zone in on stuff. If I get distracted from it, like it takes me a minute to get back into the same kind of flow that I was in with it. It's very difficult. I am good at social chit chat. I'm good at pretending. I'm not good at it, so I don't know. This is a weird question because being good at it doesn't mean that you understand it or care for it, right? So I'm gonna go with the slightly disagree because of that reason. People often tell me that I keep going on and on about the same thing. I'll slightly agree, but I think that's most of my life telling me that. When I was young, I used to enjoy playing games involving pretending with other children. I'm gonna go ahead and disagree because I used to like games involving pretending, but not with other children. That was just me sitting there pretending in my head. So that's very different. So half the question is true. So I'm gonna go with slightly disagree. All right. It looks like this is the last set. But yeah, it's 50 questions. Not bad. I think, yeah, 10 more. I like to collect information about categories of things. Yes, but it kind of like my categories are probably less autistic and more schizo or whatever. I find it difficult to imagine what it would be like to be someone else. No, I have pretty good metacognition, so I would have to definitely disagree. I like to plan activities I participate in carefully. Slightly disagree. I enjoy social situations. No. Like conventional social situations? Fuck no, shit's fucking horrible. I find it difficult to work out people's intentions. No, I don't. I mean, I can sit there and guess. I'll slightly, because I'm pretty good at like picking it up or figuring it out like by looking at the information that's available, but it's more of, yeah, it's not super intuitive. New situations make me anxious. It depends. I'm gonna go with slightly. No, I don't know. It's kind of in between. New locations make me anxious, not new situations. I can do new situations all day. New locations for a new situation, or new locations for an old situation might make me more anxious. So I'm gonna go with slightly agree. I enjoy meeting new people. See, this one's tough because when it says meeting new people, there's like a social implication there. I like talking to new people because they have bits of information or experiences that I haven't had a chance to interact with that could potentially be interesting to learn about. I think that's very different. But I'm going to go with the colloquial or the conventional understanding of what meeting new people means, and I'm going to go with definitely disagree. I don't think I like meeting new people. I think I like meeting new ideas. I am a good diplomat. Actually, yeah, I'm a pretty damn good diplomat. I've been the guy who mediates between people like so many times in my life, and that's only because I talked about this before. It's like that whole. I think a lot of schizoids are really good mediators because they tend to be pretty impartial, but also if it's like in a friend group, even if you're masking or something, you tend to be a pretty good mediator because you're trying to keep the homeostasis in the group because you just want to do the activities. And then you don't want, like, you see a problem and you're like, oh no, this is going to be annoying. It's going to cause, like, all this stupid bullshit I don't want to deal with or hear about. Fix problem. And it goes away. Go away. Social difficulties between people in the family or group that I inhabit or I'm forced to be in. And so you become like a mediator, problem fixer. Just because you want, like I said, homeostasis again, so that you can go back to things are just kind of coasting along. I am not very good at remembering people's date of birth. Definitely agree. I sometimes forget my own. But I got pretty good at my wife's and my kids. Those are pretty much only the birthdays I know. It's my wife and my kid. That's it. And that's only because I made like little like I created like some kind of connection to the numbers or whatever, to like a thing in my head that I can't recall. I find it very easy to play games with children that involve pretending. Definitely agree. My littlest one, she's like 4. She likes to have me pretend I'm like all kinds of stuff, and I that's no problem. Never has been. All right, let's see my results. Okay. So autism. Okay, so I'm a normie. I'm not autistic. I hit it right in the middle. Your result, autism spectrum quotient, is right dead center. I got dead center, and I think it's because of those kind of contradictions, right? Like, and I feel like in this test, it's because also presumptions about autistic people that might be mixed in there, but nonetheless, it's interesting that it's right down the middle. Like perfectly. See here, social skill. Check out your scores. Okay, so this is my social skill. Attention switching. Attention to detail is low. Communications okay. Wait, what? I don't get it. I thought I said I was good at pretending, and so why is it saying my imagination so shit? I have a pretty damn good imagination. My communication is decent. Attention to detail is shit. Agreed. Attention switching's high? That doesn't sound right. And my social skill is high because of I'm good at, finagling my way through social situations, even if they ultimately bore or tire me. I'm a little disappointed. I thought I was going to get an explanation for some of these. This one I don't understand. Like, my imagination's like one of the fucking few things that I'm actually happy I'm good at. So that's pretty weird. According to this, I have no imagination. On all the questions where it asks, like, can you imagine things? Can you pretend? Do you like fiction? Like, do you prefer nonfiction? Like, I was answering what I thought would have been the more imagination based ones, but I don't know. I don't know what happened there. That was a weird one. All right, let me do a quick silly one, and then I think I'm gonna end the stream since there's a test called When Will I Die? Sweet. Oh, how many questions does this have? I don't want to do 50. That's too many. How many questions? I feel like here, let me find something that has like is there something with like willpower test? Oh man. All right, how many does this have? I hope it's not like fucking 50. All right, let's just smash through them. Do you meet deadlines or working on a task that isn't interesting to you? Not always. When you set a goal for yourself, what usually happens? I pursue it with full determination. Yeah, I kind of do. You decide to go for a jog every morning. What happens a month later? I managed to jog a few times. Probably slow down. How do you feel about tasks with deadlines? It's okay, but I'm not enthusiastic about it. Um, you need to work on a day off, which upsets you. Is it easier for you to overcome internal resistance and still go to work? Not easy. Actually, very difficult. I'll still go, but I hate it. When encountering a conflict, it is easy for you to control your emotions and remain objective. Yeah. If a doctor prescribes a diet, can you resist culinary temptations? Yes, I can, but not because the doctor prescribed it, but I can resist culinary temptations if I decided. You plan to wake up early tomorrow to exercise. How easily can you achieve this? It's not easy. If it's in the morning, no. I'd rather do it like in the middle of the day. You witness an accident. Will you stay to provide a statement? No. I will make a call. I will check if there's nobody helping. I will check. If no one else is there to make a statement, I might do it. But if somebody else can stay, I'm out of there. They handle it. Is it easy for you to leave unread messages on social media or a new email when you need to finish important work? Actually, yeah. I just like to see what's in it because, like, I don't like. Because what if it's something that I should take care of immediately? I don't know. I don't know what this has to do with willpower. You feel anxious about an upcoming dentist visit. How easily can you overcome this feeling and not change your decision at the last minute? Um, yeah, pretty easily. Will you take an unpleasant medicine strongly recommended? Yes. Done it before. Will you keep a promise made impulsively, even if fulfilling it can cause you considerable inconvenience? Yeah, of course. I mean, if I promise, that's why I don't throw that word around. But if I had, then I'm gonna fucking do it. Do you really readily embark on business trips to unfamiliar city? Nope. That's not something I would do or enjoy. Is it easy for you to stick to planned daily schedule, wake up on time, meals, exercise? No, I can't do that shit. Planned schedules? No, that's what my wife's the planner. I just like she'll be like, I have a plan for tomorrow because it's like things to do we have to do, and I'll just tag along and be like, baby, just point me in the direction you want me to go, and I'll just float right through it because I'm just tell me what you need from me. I'm there. I'm there. How often do you ask yourself, have I done my best? Sometimes. Would a very interesting TV show or sports match distract you from urgent work? Oh yeah, no, for sure it would. I don't know. This is a stupid test because like they're all. Oh, this one's kind of dumb because like that is not a willpower thing. Can you stop and oh maybe it is. I don't know. Can you stop an argument and stay silent no matter how hurtful the other person's words seem to you? Yes. Score it. I have medium level of willpower. I don't know. I'd have to disagree, but because of me staying alive as long as I have, I think shows my considerable willpower. You know, the strength to I to increase the number of it is what it is in my archive. I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good at creating those for myself. Even though I falter at times, I'll be honest. All right, guys. Well, next weekend, I'll be sure to hopefully do it on Saturday. I know Sunday's not as convenient. That's why I have fewer people. Normally on a Saturday, I can get like 12, 13 people, 14 between both platforms watching. Because Twitch is kind of dead most of the time because everyone, once they saw I was on YouTube, I think they started watching it on there. But if you like the streams, please support me on Patreon. Please support me on PayPal or any of that kind of stuff. It's really useful. If you want me to be able to cash out my YouTube money so that I can demonetize the channel, because I have like $50 that is sitting there, and they won't let me get it out until I make 100. And once I make 100, then then it'll pay it out, and then I'm going to demonetize the channel. So if you want to help me do that, you can go ahead and throw some super chats at one of my videos or super comments or whatever the fuck it is. Once I get to $100 on that, it's going to give me the money and I'm demonetizing this channel. I do not see the point of having my YouTube channel monetized. It just doesn't, I don't it's just stupid. It's stupid. The whole system's stupid. So yeah, so if you want to help me with trying to get to that, I'd really appreciate it. I need to make I think it's like 45 or 50 more bucks, and then like I said, I can cash it out and demonetize the channel and take off all and every commercial that might show up. Hopefully, I don't see the point. My Twitch one I'll keep monetized because the subscriptions and the way they pay stuff out is a lot better. It's a million times better than the way YouTube does it. And I'm talking about like the dates and stuff. It's really bad on the YouTube side, the Google AdSense bullshit. But anyway, thanks to everybody that's on my Patreon already. And if you want to help me with that, I'd really appreciate that. Oh, and I added Oh yeah, there's also subscribe if you just like primarily into the server, you can boost it and stuff. But I think we're boosted up at the moment. But there's also subscriptions there. It's the same thing. It's just money that helps me keep doing what I do here and everything else. And but it goes like it's kind of like a thank you for the server itself or whatever. And that gets you a few emotes. I think it gets you the emotes that I have on Twitch, so you can use them on the server too. So and wherever else I think. But if you have premium, right, that lets you use like your emotes across stuff. So I think those should work as well. I think I don't know. But anyways, guys, I really appreciate it. I'm gonna keep chugging along, doing what I do, and hopefully next time, maybe I'll take some more tests on. No, not Tuesday. Next Thursday, because I won't be. I'm just gonna be chilling and waiting for you guys to give me stuff. But next Tuesday, I'll come up with some kind of subject matter, and I'll try to come up with a better question for the server. I'll ask something brooding and depressing because that's what you guys love. Don't worry, I love it too. And hopefully, you guys can give me some answers that I can read for that time around. I'll make sure not to ask about your sense of humor because apparently that's verboten. Like verboten, you can't talk about that. We can't talk about that stuff. That's scary. So I got like no submissions practically, except for one pretty interesting one, very very somber one, but still very interesting. All right, guys. As usual, when day is dark, always remember happy day. And I will be in the Angst Likes Awful Media channel. I'll decide what I do in there in a minute. We'll see. But anyway, later.